Om Tat Sat. My humble prostrations to the all-pervading Brahman or God, to our worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, to all the sages and saints, and to each of you divine soul watching today's satsang. So today we will be picking up Sutra number 8 from the Kaivalya Pad of the Raja Yoga Sutras of Patanjali Maharaj. Commentaries by my worshipful Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda ji, and narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So let's get started. Sutra 8, Kaivalya Pad. The sutra is Tatas Tata Vipaka Anugunanam Eva Abhivyaktir Vasananam. Again, Tatas Tata Vipaka Anugunanam Eva Abhivyaktir Vasananam. Meaning, only those subtle desires arise that correspond to the fructification of the three types of karmas. So we had discussed this in the last sutra, that there are three types of karmas: virtuous actions, vicious or painful actions, and mixed actions. So the explanation is, yogis who are established in the art of performing selfless actions, nishkamya karma. Selfless means nishkamya, which means they don't want anything for themselves. They're doing it for the welfare of humanity, to help this world become a better place. So therefore they're called nishkamya. So they're performing karmas for the purification of the chitta. Chitta is your unconscious. So as they do good deeds and they continue that process, their purification of their unconscious continues. Those who are enlightened are established in the self. That means they have identified the self and they stay there and are untouched by the fructifications of such karmas of different types. But the vast majority of people who perform actions with desire, because they're not doing nishkamya karma, they are wanting the fruit of the desire, so they are confined to the karmic fructification of the karma. And when the fructification comes, it comes in three classes. There is a jati, ayu, and bhoga. What jati is the class, what type of karma, and ayu is how long the karma will last, and bhoga is what kind of pain or pleasure it will give you. This is the law, divine law, according to the Raja Yoga Sutras. So vicious karmas, they generate vicious samskaras or impressions in the form of karmic seeds. These samskaras give rise to vasanas or subtle desires, which are like sprouts. So think of the seeds now germinating, they become like sprouts, and in turn the vasanas give rise to actions and experiences. And from these karmas or actions, new impressions are formed. So therefore the cycle continues until a yogi ends it by the attainment of viveka khyati or intuitional knowledge. So the yogi is continuing to better himself and he understands how the process works. So basically they go past the samskaras, vasana, vritti, kama, karma, bhoga. So this is like a vicious cycle for a normal person. The samskaras arise, that gives rise to the vasana or the germination. Then the vritti, the thought wave comes up, and as a result the kama or the desire becomes intense, where the action is committed, and then you have to reap the fruit, which then again goes back into the cycle again, the vicious cycle of birth and death. And that is the essence, whereas the yogis know how to transcend this. So this sutra explains that when a past good karma is about to fructify, the subconscious becomes laden with auspicious subtle desires. Therefore one enjoys an atmosphere of success, prosperity, and favorable circumstances. So everything seems to be going right. On the other hand, if a negative karma is about to fructify, the subconscious again becomes tainted tainted by inauspicious subtle desires, and consequently one is caught in an atmosphere of pain, misery, sorrow, and degradation. So between these two, people are generally alternating. So a yogi realizes this, and his effort is therefore to transcend this cycle of karma. This is Swami Nikhilananda. Om Tat Sat.